Boston, Massachusetts, March 18, 1990. While the city is still celebrating St. Patrick's Day, a quiet calm settles over the opulent halls of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Inside, two young night security guards, Rick Abath and Randy Heston, man the lonely monitoring desks. At 1:24 a.m., a blue hatchback pulls up to the side entrance. Two men step out. They are wearing authentic Boston Police Department uniforms. They buzz the intercom, claiming they heard a disturbance outside and need entry to investigate. It is a fatal mistake. Security guard Rick Abath breaks museum protocol and opens the side door. Within seconds, the fake officers press him against the wall, slap handcuffs on his wrists, and demand to know if anyone else is in the building. Randy Heston is lured down from the upper floors and swiftly zip-tied as well. The guards are told, "Don't look at us, be quiet and you won't get hurt." They are dragged down to the damp concrete basement, handcuffed to a workbench and a fire pipe, and left in the dark. For the next 81 minutes, the museum belongs entirely to the thieves, and what they are about to steal will become the greatest unsolved art heist in human history.
Upstairs, the thieves move with chilling efficiency, though their behavior betrays a bizarre mix of amateur panic and professional precision. They head straight for the Dutch room on the second floor. They shatter the glass display cases, triggering motion sensors, but the security system logs show no guards responding, because the guards are locked in the basement. They target Rembrandt van Rijn's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, the master's only known seascape. With reckless haste, they don't bother to carefully unhook the canvas from its backing. Instead, they use a sharp blade to aggressively slice the canvas right out of its heavy wooden frame, leaving behind jagged shreds of frayed edges. They do the exact same thing to Rembrandt's precious A Lady and Gentleman in Black. Next, they rip Johannes Vermeer's priceless The Concert off the wall. Only 34 known Vermeers exist in the entire world. In a single night, one of them is stolen. They also grab a small bronze eagle finial sitting atop a Napoleonic flag, a sketch by Edgar Degas, and 5 delicate works by Édouard Manet and Govert Flinck. At 2:45 a.m., the thieves make a second trip to the basement to check on the bound guards, ask if they are comfortable, and then return upstairs to pack their loot. By 2:45 a.m., they carry their final bags out to the hatchback, drive away into the rainy night, and vanish into thin air. At 8 a.m., the morning shift arrives. They find the front doors locked, no guards answering the phones, and utter silence. When police finally breach the basement, they find Abath and he stands still bound and shivering. When museum directors walk into the Dutch room, they are met with a haunting sight. The paintings are gone, but the heavy, ornate frames are left hanging on the walls like empty graves. The total value of the stolen artwork is initially estimated at $200 million. Today, adjusted for inflation and the rarity of the pieces, experts estimate the value exceeds $500 million. According to the museum's founding charter, dictated by Isabella Stewart Gardner herself before her death in 1924, all artwork must remain in its exact original location forever. As a result, for over 3 decades, those empty frames have hung untouched in the Dutch room, a haunting monument to a crime that refuses to be solved. Over the decades, the FBI launched one of the most exhaustive investigations in criminal history. Every clue led down a rabbit hole of organized crime, underworld informants, and dead ends. Initial suspicion fell heavily on the security guard, Rick Abath, who had opened the door. Security footage from the night before showed an unknown car pulling up outside, and a man resembling Abath walking up to the door and testing the lock, as if checking if it was vulnerable. However, lie detector tests and lack of definitive proof cleared him of active conspiracy. As years passed, investigators focused heavily on the ruthless Boston Mafia, specifically the notorious gang tied to Whitey Bulger and local underworld figures like Robert Gentile and David Turner. Informants claimed the paintings were smuggled to Philadelphia and New York, stashed in warehouses, and used as get-out-of-jail-free bargaining chips by mobsters trying to shave years off federal prison sentences. Yet, every lead fizzled out. Informants were found murdered, witnesses clammed up, and the trail went stone cold. The FBI even offered a $10 million reward for information, leading directly to the recovery of the art, the largest bounty ever offered by a private institution. Yet the paintings remain missing. Today, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist remains an open wound in the art world. Art historians fear that because the stolen pieces were crudely cut from their frames rather than professionally removed, some may have suffered irreversible chemical damage or been accidentally destroyed by underworld amateurs who didn't realize their fragility. And yet, hope persists. The FBI maintains that they know the general identity of the criminals involved, but because the primary suspects are dead, the trail of the stolen canvas remains hidden in the shadows. As long as those empty frames hang in Boston, the mystery endures, a stark reminder that some secrets are so deeply buried, even time cannot uncover them. If this chilling true crime deep dive fascinated you, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below with your theory on who pulled off the heist, and stay tuned for more untold mysteries